Greetings. Today in our virtual studio, we are analyzing a case that will make many technicians hold their breath. A new client has arrived, and her hands tell a story written on very fragile paper. Because of her diabetes, her skin resembles antique parchment, extraordinarily thin and covered with deep cracks that extend all the way into the palms. Do you know what she said at the very end? She said she had never seen her hands look like this. She couldn't even imagine in her wildest dreams that they could look like the hands of a different person, healthy, well-groomed, and high status. Many technicians are afraid of such cases, and I will tell you honestly, if you feel fear, do not take the job. This is not the moment to just try. Here, every movement of the tool is a responsibility at the level of microsurgery. We are here to build architecture, not bake pastries, remember? Let us look closer into the macro world of this process. The main challenge with this type of skin is the extreme risk of any microcut, which takes an incredibly long time to heal when diabetes is involved. My secret weapon today is professional-grade talcum powder. Why? Talc creates a vital protective barrier. It absorbs excess moisture and allows the drill bit to glide over the skin like a figure skater on perfectly smooth ice. The risk of traumatizing fragile tissues is reduced to an absolute minimum. I have chosen a blue-notched pedicure drop bit. Why use a pedicure bit for a manicure? It has a larger working surface area which allows for a much softer and cleaner treatment of hyperkeratosis at very low RPMs. Then I switch to a red sphere bit for the final polishing. Look at these frames. I am working with almost zero pressure. If you are not confident in your knowledge of material chemistry and the physics of bit rotation, it is better to refuse the service. It is more honest than causing pain. But if you want to grow, I am here to share this information every single day. Now for the most fascinating part, the transformation. The request was for a crisp French manicure on a square shape. However, our starting point was an oval with missing corners. We cannot simply glue on a tip or place a form when the skin is this sensitive. I am using the technique of building the architecture in the air. Using a milky hard gel, I am restoring the missing corners drop by drop. My loyal assistant here is the UV torch. This allows me to perform flash curing of every millimeter of material in seconds. The torch fixes the gel exactly where I need it, preventing it from flooding into the lateral folds. Then I overlay the main architecture with a natural colored gel. But the secret of a perfect French isn't on the outside, it's on the inside. I always file out the underside with a carbide bit, creating thin but steel-strong arches. Without a proper arch, a square is just a piece of plastic, not architecture. The final stage is filing with a hand file, applying a non-wipe top coat, and then silence. We both just stared at the result. These hands no longer looked painful, they looked like the embodiment of the old money aesthetic. Flawless, clean, and expensive. I am showing you these macro shots of the process because safety and knowledge are the only things that separate a professional from an amateur. If you are ready to reach a new level and stop baking pastries, subscribe to my channel. Here, expert content is released every single day. We are moving toward 1 million subscribers who value intelligence in their work. I will see you tomorrow in the next frame.